My audio. Make sure you can hear me. Okay, here. All right, let's go ahead and if that's the case, I will begin. All right, so we got gullywash. I'll just play the first mid before I give like a rundown things you can do on mid. Probably work best. Okay, demo's running out to show because we're gonna be playing probably left side then. Okay. So you opt to pressure the demo early. I like doing this. This is good. I like pressuring the demo early because it makes it where like obviously the demo can't just like spam pipes in your big door. So I like what you're doing so far. Yeah. So you didn't even have to shoot a rocket at him because you saw he was like deep in choke. So you just jump away. So this is fine so far. The only thing I would say that's rough about this mid right now is you have pretty much all 6 players on high ground. Usually you want to at least have like one guy on the floor because they have both their soldiers on the floor. It's obvious that they're probably gonna end up double bombing you guys. You want to have at least one soldier or like a soldier and a scout or sometimes even 2 soldiers on the floor, so you can pressure their soldiers from being able to get like clean like 200 health bombs onto your medic. So yeah, I mean you're 200 health, so I think this is fine if you guys go forward fast, but it just looks like what you guys do. You mess up a C-tab, it happens. Oh yeah, well, you guys did beef. Yeah, I mean it happens. I think the way you guys play that mid, like you guys, I mean obviously I explained why I think having like players on the floor is good, but it's good that you guys, as soon as you guys got to your side, you didn't like stand in the corner. You guys like opted to like, you know, jump forward and like be proactive on the mid rather than just like sit on high ground, like wait for them to bomb you. So this is good. This is definitely a mid where like if you go first, like if like you aggress first, you're probably gonna win the mid if the other team is like baiting and choke. So yeah. Okay. So we got last holds. We're spamming your gun right now. There's 2 ways you can play last holds. Or, well, I guess there's multiple ways you can play it, but, a couple of ways I like to play it is, for one thing you can do is if you get an early buff and, like, they're about to take Uber into your last from, like, river, if you get 300 and you push balcony, you can pressure the flank from getting in from, like, the lobby. So it makes their Uber like shittier because, you know, their flank isn't ready to collapse because you're able to like, kind of like stuff their flank and do damage to them, so they can't get in. So that's something you can do where you just like jump balk and you pressure lobby that way. Or another thing you can do is you can like play to stop the point. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're pushing the lobby, make sure you communicate that to your pocket so he stops the point first. But another way you can play this point is you can play in secret, and the benefit to playing secret is if a scout runs in there and tries to 1v1 you, you'll probably end up 2-rocketing him because it's a small room. And for 2, you can also like easily deny a point from secret. So like if they ever like, you know, start edging cap with their Uber, like they start playing the edge of the cap like left, right, or like center, you easily hit a splash rocket on them and it'll make them like fall back, and it buys your team time to get Uber if Uber's so close. But yeah, I guess we'll see how you play this last hold. Or you playing water, yeah. So you're doing what sometimes I like to do, where you're playing secret. But yeah, you can also play in water too. It's not bad. Dang, y'all actually didn't have anyone in water. It's crazy. but I guess it doesn't really matter. Because we're kind of holding, you know. I mean, that was good. Alright, you guys full Uber ad push, well, not full ad, but you guys have ad pushing into mid. Let's see, you guys take this. You can scream a big door. Pocket Scout dies, and you guys go drop down. So you jump in to contest the soldier holding close. This is a good bomb target. I like how you're bombing this guy and not like face planting into their combo. It's good whenever you're getting into mid if you're like a flank player, because obviously you have to split doors. Like you can't go into mid from the same door as your combo. Like you can't have like two soldiers just like stacked in like a choke. You have to have like one bomb in from another door. So it's good to split doors. But it's something I like that you're doing right now is like you're bombing the players that are stuffing choke. Although your team isn't going choke, the principle still applies that like you just bomb the thing that's closest to your combo. And this is good. So I like that you're doing that. So you guys get that silver kill. This is they're gonna stay because they're about to get over probably. You guys are getting spam on choke. Your team is walking up. You're staying healthy. This is good. If I had to guess, they're probably gonna end up popping first because they're weak. Yeah, so they pop first. Damn, they didn't shoot you. Okay, they did shoot you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know that like your team doesn't even have like cap yet. So going like jumping at the decision to like jump aggro there is like it's not the best decision obviously because like you only have one scout's rolling out and you guys don't have cap yet, so he's not going to be in the fight for another like really long time, so he's not going to be able to help you there. Neither is your other soldier because he's also weak, and your other soldier was like spamming like all of his rockets from the top of the point, so he probably doesn't have any rockets loaded to like, you know, help you anyways. The decision to bomb there is like not a great one because your end goal there was to try and get the force, right? Like you want to force their Uber before you guys have to pop Uber, and you did it. You did force the Uber by bombing there, right? Whether you got the Uber force, but you could have also forced the medic without giving up your life for that. If you just stayed on point and kept like spamming the choke there, you would have forced the medic no matter what, because their medic was half health. Surely, you know, the comms on your team, people are calling spam numbers on the medic, so, you know, you should have an idea of, like, you know, what the medic's health is. He's in a small choke, you just keep spamming the choke and you'll get the force. So the decision to bomb there is, like, yeah, you got the force, but you really didn't have to die there to get that force. Just make sure you're valuing your life, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you guys won the fight anyways, it seems, so I guess it doesn't really matter a whole lot. That was just kind of like a small thing you probably could have done better. But they're going to refight here. Yeah, so you have one silver stuff in the choke. You guys are going to die, yeah. If you were alive right now, you would be able to, you would 100% be able to stuff the choke there. Like, no matter what. Like, no questions asked. Like, you end up being close on choke. Two soldiers, they're not getting through that choke if you guys are both spamming it well. So, yeah. That's why I think it's important to value your life there. Also, the decision to go for that, the play on the medic there wasn't a bad one because, I mean, you're probably going to lose the fight anyways, and you guys are going to be in last no matter what. You'll be up in time for last if you go for that play. If it's, you know, it's like low risk, high reward. I don't think it's a bad play to go for the medic there because you guys are going to lose that fight no matter what, and you'll be up in time for last. What's your opinion on TF2 in 2023? It's shit. Okay, so you're playing Secret again. You want to mix up your last holds, by the way. Like the way you hold, or like the places you stand in. It's like very important because if their team isn't having success, you know, playing the cap early, they're gonna shoot you. So if you play in the same spots over and over again, you'll be an easy kill. So just for the future. I don't know if you're actually gonna play in secret this last hold yet, but well, I guess we'll see. So you're playing water, yeah, this is good. So you know. It's good that you're mixing it up. Well, I guess it's even Ubers, so they didn't have any. I don't know why I was saying that. And chase that guy in the water, you have a buff. Yeah. How the fuck did that guy get in? Did he jump in from river? River, probably? Yeah, probably. Something... a last hold that you guys can do is a demo trap, shutter, / main, and then soldier plays, like, kind of by river, like, kind of keeping, you know, keeping them from peeking, like, up here, and, like, peeking closer on this corner. And it also puts the soldier in a good position to, like, bomb balk if they're peeking balk. And then your other soldier's to nice point. I don't know what Loaf was doing there, but it's, just, you know, good to know. Yeah, Jamal, we had very, very differing answers. I instantly just said the game is shit. Yeah, also be careful about denying point here, because every demo does this where they just sticky off the cab. They just sticky their scout off on the cab, so playing on the rim is good. Looks like you're doing that right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying to deal with whenever the demo is just like peeking river. So this is why it's important to have a soldier like close on this door like most of the time. It's because if he's not, their demo can just spam stickies on from river, and same goes with Balk. So it's important to have your sword deny it. And it's just like AIDS if you don't have a soldier like spamming it. I feel like we had a hard time controlling river. Yeah, well. That's probably why. It's because I don't know. I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention to Loaf here, but like, I feel like their demo shouldn't be able to like just spam 8 stickies on the point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think it's necessarily on you, but you also have to be aware that like, yeah, they're going to be carpeting point. Every demo does it. It's like it's like the #1 way to break this last hold. It's carpet stickies on point, and then you get a scout to play the point. So yeah. So I imagine if you guys are gonna lose this hold, it's gonna be due to their demo peeking and carpeting on point, and then scout playing point. That's either that or just random miracle sack, but likely the first option. A lot of last holding in this match, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's an important part of gullywash. Being able to hold points. So they're instantly going for a counter stack the river. This is good. I don't mind this at all. Good rocket on the medic, but yeah. Bust out that heavy last push for the post-super trade. What's a soldier doing it? It's interesting. Okay, so the exchange pops through shutter. You're staying healthy for the post. This is good. Okay, that's good. The decision to jump that scout in secret was a good one, because obviously the position he was playing in was shit as a scout. You'll win that fight 100% of the time. If he was in any other point in the map, though, it's a risky decision because you might not win that fight. Just, for the record. How's G6 looking nowadays? It's weird. It's a weird feeling not playing with Caps, Logan, or Botman anymore. I don't know. But I'm still enjoying the game, so I can't complain. Are you usually the point guy when you hold last? I feel like being a point guy makes it okay. Yeah, so the I play usually Kobe's the point guy. Kobe usually deals with the guy that runs on a point, and then I deny river is usually how it goes. But sometimes we swap depending on like what our health is. Like if Kobe eats up a ton of damage, we just we swap. But I think in a default last hold, I would be the guy to deny river. Yeah. I feel like being the point guy makes it so hard. Never get to counter start off because you're always hurt. Yeah, it's hard. Honestly, something you can start doing is you can start instead of just like going straight for the medic. If they're, let's say for example they're pressuring river, just go through the opposite door than what they're pressuring from and try and get a pick on a flank member from that point, or just like rush your combo like into river or into lobby, try and get a kill there, just for example. Or if they're pressuring lobby, you can I mean you saw that scout river, right? You saw this guy who was running away from river. He was completely alone. You can try and go for that guy if you can't kill a medic, but. What you're saying, like a health problem on the counter sack, you can just have a low counter sack instead if you're really that weak. But you're not entirely obligated to like counter sack. You can just like try and get your combo to like pressure from any door, and like you might just get a random pick. You never know. Cause like the way from the one time I saw you counter sack, it was definitely like a solo thing. Like your team wasn't really helping you. They were like still on last. Obviously, like your team can only really do so much because you want to keep the sentry up for last. So it's like it's kind of like a 5v5 like scenario because they lost one on their sack, and then you also have a sentry on last, so your engineer can't like really push up and pressure all that much unless he has revenge crits. You can go for that, but usually it ends up being like a 5v5 because the NG stays on last. So, it's kind of hard counter-stacking out of last, but, you don't have to force it, obviously. You just, play close to your combo and see if your combo can, like, spam out a target. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, try and get your combo to be, like, a little more proactive whenever you're, like, trying to go for something after you guys get a pick on last, you know what I'm saying? Like, do a little more. Like, try and get a little more active, So you instantly jump your side this mid. Ooh. Sleepy fucking rolled that guy. Okay, so you guys instantly got a scout pick? This mid should be won. This mid's already won. All you have to do is just not die. And you'll win the mid, yeah, so. Yeah, you guys know this guy's gonna drop down. It's an easy kill, yeah. SOOOOOAPY tips for roaming. Learn how to C-tap. Work on your mechanics. And then game sense comes with trial and error. You just have to play the game in order to like get smart. There's no secret. Just play the game, you'll get better. There's no secret. Okay, so we got Evadubers on last. I'm interested to see how you guys are gonna try and break this hold. So, ideally, the way you break this hold, I'll just explain this before I even like know like what you guys are gonna do, is what you would normally do and what like my team would do and every other like top team would do is you do what their team was actually doing, where you have your demo peek from either Balk or River, you sticky off the cap, you run a scout into water, and then you have your soldier, one of your soldiers pressure from the opposite door is your demo. So like if your demo is pressuring like main or like anywhere in lobby, you have a soldier pressure from river, and then you have another soldier paired with your demo, just spamming the guy that's on point, and just try and make your scout's life that's like trying to play the cap as easy as possible and try and get as much cat time as possible. And you'll likely end up getting a pick because they have their soldier that's trying to stop the point is tasked with trying to kill the scout that's capping while also dodging all of the spam that's coming into him. If that makes sense. So it's like it's very hard for the soldier to block cap and also live at the same time if your spam is like good enough and you guys do this correctly. So let's see what you guys end up doing. Hello, Prin. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, so you guys opt into pressure lobby. It looks like you're just about to sack in from river into a gun. I'm gonna be honest, and if you sack into a gun, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, you go water. This is good. This is good. Soldier playing point on this last in a way to like break this last cap is it's good, but it's even better if you go pain train because you get ×2 cap and you're also more healthy, so you can like tank more damage. Yeah, so you're just kind of messing around with water right now. You sent 2 in water. This is fine. So this is something that can be good. This is something that I've tried before, where I have a scout, me and a scout go into water. Scout plays point, and then I jump up from point onto their combo. So they have to deal with me, who's laying on the medic, and then also the scout that's capping. It's definitely risky because you're giving up 2 people in an attempt to get the force. But it's a risk you should be willing to take, especially on last. So is there any mentoring one-on-one program from you? No. I tend to only watch advanced or invite demos. I don't like watching lower level demos because a lot of times in lower divisions you can kind of just get away with winning games by just DM diffing people. It's kind of the truth. Well, it's not really much of the case in invite. Let me see. Still have a scout in water, still pressuring her a little bit. So finally we get some point play. Not bad. I mean, you almost got the scout kill. That was honestly fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you're going, if you want to do ×3 on cap, you may as well just go up pain train and do the ×4 if you want to like go for point plays. It's not bad as soldier, I don't think, but it's also like equally as good if you're spamming from river as your scout's capping while your demo's pressuring from like lobby. It's like, it's like just as good as you going into water and like capping. And you don't die, so you can like get an easier hold on second. Because this is the problem with sending 2 on last, is they're able to pressure really hard out of blast. Yeah, so you're just jumping around, so you're getting it back up, yeah. That was good. Yeah. I want to see you play floor on one of these mids. Ah, the bait and big door. I like this. This is something I took from Laz, actually. I do this all the time. If you bait and big door, you're likely to stay 200, and like you can actually like you can spot things on the floor. Although you can't do damage to them, you have the information that they're on the floor, and you have the information like when they're gonna jump just by looking at them. But you're also like not dueling them on the floor, so you're gonna be full health, and it puts you in a good position to bomb because you can high bomb off the rock, or you can just pencil up if they're not looking at you. So this is good. I like this mid. Yeah, so you bomb in. Scream is running up their elbow. This should be fucking fat. This is fucking fat. You guys are rolled in this mid. Yeah, I can already tell. Yeah, that was a great mid actually. This is fucking fat. I don't know how Scream got into the elbow. Like, unspotted. That was crazy. That was a good mid. I like that. No complaints. Alright, you guys taking the Uber to last. It's like 10 ad. Wouldn't recommend. I don't think pushing into last, especially on gullywash with anything more than like 30 ad, or with anything less than like 30 ad is like, it's hard because you'll get nuked on point, and it's, I don't know, it's just hard. Last holds are about your projectiles being able to deny point, and on a map like Gullywash where point is literally like a box, and there's like, you know, there's a roof above it, and you know you're kind of just like in a big box, and it's like hard to like dodge spam. It's hard to push off 30 ad. You know what I mean? That was more because the medic wasn't healing. Yeah, it's just an Uber tracking thing, I guess. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. It's hard to push in the last with like, you know, less than 30 ad basically. Especially on a map like Gullywash where projectiles are pretty good on like denying point. Is there a big door hold? That's yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, I mean, that's the disadvantage to that's the disadvantage to holding big door is like, yeah, you can like potentially run a guy behind for a back cap, but if their demo's good, he'll just... Bro, who the fuck is Steam calling me, man? Bro, what? Okay, I'm going offline Steam. I'm literally, there's some fucking random ass guy on my friends list I've never seen before, just fucking Steam called me. But yeah, that's a disadvantage to holding a big door on a Uber disad when you're when they're pushing on a last with that. It's like you don't really get good spam on them, and also whoever's a choke is gonna get fucking blown up. So they just take choke for free. But they use for that somehow, so you guys actually did get the force. They use on last? I didn't even notice. So you go for a single sack through choke? Underrated. I think the single sack through choke with a minimal pressure is actually underrated as fuck. Because their medic like usually sits in like on the ground here, or like on the stairs, and you can get in pretty deep even just with like a single rocket jump. I mean, if you hit a good medic, you'll get the force. It's unlike a map like Process where you have to like do two jumps, like you have to do, you know, a single jump, like a single C-tap jump, and like a wall shot to like land on the medic. You'll you know, you have a low chance of like killing the medic because like he's so far away, you have to go so far, and you only have two rockets of, you know, two rockets of the medic. But if you do like a single sack through like Gullywash choke, for example, it's easier because you have 3 rockets loaded and you don't take as much rocket jump damage, and the medic is close. So a lot of teams opt for like only running people behind and pressuring big door as like their only play to break the stalemate. I honestly think a single sack shoulder to choke is like not bad. So you can land on the medic if he's playing in a bad spot. Damn, they put 2 soldiers in drop down. What the fuck? Alright, well that's a late soldier death. You should go big door now. That's how we are doing. Yeah, that's what we are doing. Oh man, you guys are double stacking soldier choke though. Or stacking 2 soldiers in choke. Maybe get this guy. This guy's fucking rolled. Nice. Yeah. I don't know. If they're down a flank player, it's probably going to be pretty easy for you to get in the lobby and get up top, and then, like, you know, get a pick on something that, like, comes in the lobby and rushes you and tries to, like, fight you. Because it'll be, like, a 2v1, because obviously one of their soldier side, and he can't deal with the flankers behind. So, I would have liked you guys, or liked to see you guys, like, go in a lobby there. Go to their lobby. Pressure big door. Okay, you're not a demo, you're not a scout. You guys don't try and hold this. Doesn't look like it. Loaf is, might die. Okay, even maneuvers on last. Good kill. Yes, there we go. You guys are getting in the lobbies or maybe a little pressuring. Well, that's a scout kill for sure. Damn, he got out. No, y'all got him. Yeah, he some guy from River killed him. It's good. Now you guys can actually like pressure pretty hard for this this counter sack. It looks like Loaf is going. He's taking damage. He has trade actually. I really hope that trade was on their terms. I didn't see who popped first, but that trade hopefully was on their terms because you don't want to pop. You don't want to pop first there. But I guess it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be on last anyways. Just spamming a non-existent gun. Oh, the sniper's hero peeking. Holy fuck. Okay, yeah, you definitely need at least one soldier like close on this door now. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to deny that sniper in the position you were in because you already kind of gave up that corner by like you not being there initially. But ideally, you would be playing on the like the left corner, like playing on this side. You see my cursor? You'd be playing by this barrel, and then you'd be like peeking it like close to his left wall, so he can't like get a clean shot on you. Because you're bombing it, it gives him time to like track you in the air, and actually get like a good shot on you. So, yeah. And now Loaf is going to the right, so he has to recross the sight line in order to deny him again. Yeah, it's just good to play close on the left side because you're not actually crossing into the sight line to, you know, dodge his shots and pressure him. But Sleepy gets the kill anyways, so lesson learned. Yeah, Scrim is to the fucking nail, dude. Okay, soldier in water. Alright. Default classes, soldiers in water. The only way they're gonna win this in this scenario is if you don't have anyone pressuring their demo in river as he's carpeting point. But Wonder doesn't even commit to water anyways. You go for this kill. Yeah. God damn you! What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry, but like, what the fuck is Loaf doing? Because I just wish Loaf would like sit close to river and just like shoot up at it. Just like make sure their demo can't carpet like or their soldier and demo can't spam the point while you're like able to block the point. Same with Sleepy. I don't know what Sleepy's shooting. I think Sleepy's. I think the demo's. I'm getting to the bottom of this, man. I don't know where the fuck their demo is. Yeah, the demo's in. Okay, their demo's just spamming from Balk. Where's Sleep? What is Sleepy trapping? I can't tell, but ideally, you shouldn't like. It shouldn't be your job to both deny river and also deny cap. It needs to be, demo either traps river and spams pipes into Balk, or demo traps like fucking Balk and then spams pipes into main while your soldier like shoots river or something. You just have to like. You just have to have better spam on these doors. Obviously, it's not your fault, but like, your team has to have better spam on these doors, so it makes your job easier to deny point. You know what I mean? Because that is the one way. That's the one way you lose this last hold is if you have shit spam on the doors. They force your medic with point time, and they Uber back into you guys, and you guys lose because they have point time from their pressure. You know what I mean? It's like the only way you'll ever lose this last hold. Having good spam on these doors is so important. There's one thing you take away from this demo review, is that you have to have good spam on these last doors, on the doors, on last holds. Yes, here we go. Soldiers on point. You get the kill. I know it's obviously hard because you're down to, you know, spam, or, well, I guess Loaf just spawned, so it's obviously hard because you're down to spam class right now, so you're kind of forced to, you know, be in that scenario no matter what, where, you know, they're spamming you from every door and you have to block the point and die for it. This is what it is. Thank you, sir. Alright. See, no gun. Put us on point. Not a fan of this. Put us place top left. But it's okay. They're probably not gonna win this last push anyway. There's only like 20 seconds. They have a spy, unless their spy like drops your mag. So they're gonna take the Uber into shutter. You guys have not popped yet. Still haven't popped. Let me go on your first person POV. Still haven't popped. Just now popping. You're healthy for the post Uber. This is good. You're getting good spam on their flank. You guys should win this. Their spy's about to decloak on point. I saw him walk in from secret. Yep. Yeah, that was good. The way you played I like the way you're playing these these exchanges where like they exchange from shutter. You're playing like far away from your combo and you're not taking damage, so you're able to, like, you know, deny a point whenever you're needed, or kill an isolated player whenever you're needed. So I like what you're doing. This is good. Okay, floor mid. Please play floor. I want to talk about floor. Floor is good. This is fine too. You're playing big door. This is good. I assume you guys are gonna do like something similar where Scream, you know, walks off your aggression. They know you're in big door now because Wonder spotted it, but he's not actually gonna fight you. Just bomb your combo. You're bombing from big door. Both these scouts aren't looking at you, and Scream is probably about to run up elbow. I don't know where Loaf is. He's bombing as well. This is good. This is good aggression. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, you guys kill mid. Yeah, it was a good mid. Which of the other teams has they fought 2 soldiers on 4? My team wanted me to not play 4 because of that. Yeah, so something you can do. Hopefully someone's on mid. I can like kind of like show this off. Yeah. Something you can do is you know, you're on blue team. You pogo in from big door. You play on the floor initially. If you have a scout play on this left side here, like on this metal, he can drop down to the floor and, you know, help you take that fight. And then also you can have 3 on the floor. 3 on the floor is fine. So something that the Froyo with Jay on Soldier used to do against me whenever, you know, I would play against them. So this is like, well, I guess technically it was like season 9, but we didn't play Jay Soldier until playoffs. I don't remember what season it was, but it was one season where Jay was on Soldier. I think it was like Jay Blaze Soldier combo. Every time we play them on gullywash, at least once a scrim, what would happen is whenever I would roll out to the floor, they would have Blaze pogo in from the floor and spam me from the window. Like spam into our big door from the window. And then right as I'm about to fight him, Soldier sort of bombs in. So Jay bombs in from the rock and lands all the way kind of by our big door, but also by the elbow as like this guy's walking up. And then both their soldiers crunch me, and then they have a scout also on the floor. So it's essentially it's a 3v1. If they're doing 2 soldiers on the floor, you can do that same thing to them, like what I just described, where, you know, Jay jumps over the point and, like, you know, fights the soldier that's fighting you, and then, you know, you have a scout like playing the floor. You can do that to like 2 soldiers on the floor if you want. That's a good way to like counter that mid where they have like 2 soldiers like trying to fight you on the floor. But what you're also doing, where you're just essentially ignoring those soldiers that are on the floor, like maybe shooting like 1 spam rock at them, but your goal isn't to fight them. You just want to stay in big door and then bomb when you're healthy. That's perfectly fine too. You can do that. But yeah, I honestly, that's the decision to stay in big door instead of take the 2v2 or the 2v1 fight against the soldiers is a good one, obviously. But what I just described is like it's an alternative. If for whatever reason your big door mid stops working, you can try the mid in the future. You get spotted in water, so yeah. High risk, high reward. Obviously the ward there is you're able to crunch point whenever you guys take the Uber in, but you can just do that anyways. Where like if you're if your demo wants to take the Uber in from river, like your call wants to take the Uber in from river, they just try and shoot the things that are top left. By the time you get 300, you get buffed before the Uber, they take the Uber, they, kill whatever's top left, so probably the gun and like maybe one player. By the time you jump into water, walk all the way up to the point, your team's Ubers are gonna like be ending, or your scouts are gonna be playing the point. So it's a perfect time to crunch. If you're like staying in water too early, it gives their players time, the players that are in water time to to take a advantageous like 2v1 or like a 1v1 with you with a buff. You know what I'm saying? There's 6 down. How they see me, man? Probably through the there's a window here. You can see under the point through this there's window. You can see that there's like a glass. But also most teams like they'll have like a demo or a soldier playing water anyways. So if you if you and your flank scout get buffed and the Uber comes in from river and you and your scout run into water, you can kill that guy and then play the point as your Uber's ending. Does that make sense? The idea to play in water as your team is taking the Uber is a good one. It's just could have been executed better. Is all I'm trying to say here. Could have been better. I'm just getting like a random POV anyways, because you're probably not gonna be up in time for last. You guys take the Uber from shutter away from the pyro gun. Yeah. Goes as about expected. If anyone from your team is watching this, if they have a gun pyro top left, you can just take 2 scouts in the river, and then you just try and melt the pyro, then kill the gun. It's like equally as good as just ignoring it and going shutter. Because if you go shutter, they're gonna have traps there, and well, I guess you guys win anyways. Fuck me, right? I don't know shit. Some mustard. Jump in a volcano. Was this casting? Oh, this is a match. Shit. Want to talk about it? Alright, well, we're gonna talk about it, buddy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if your team wants to take the Uber from river, just because they have a pyro there doesn't mean you just write off the Uber anyways and just go shutter. You can just take 2 scouts into the pyro and just kill them that way, and then you kill the gun, and then you play the point. It's you don't have to go shutter if they have a pyro. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like completely avoid the pyro in your Uber. That's all I wanted to say. So you take a fight in the 4, you actually win this time. This is good. Yeah, I don't know. You won your one. There isn't really a whole lot of thinking that goes into that. But now they have a demo and you don't. Yeah, you guys are gonna lose. Hard to win that fight because you're under a roof and they have a demo. He's just gonna hit every sticky. Okay, see, you take a really damage before the Uber. That's okay, you get reset for crit heals anyways. Oh, it's even Ubers, what am I saying? I thought Pablo died. Nice, nice. Oh, bro. You missed a fucking golden opportunity. You know what I'm about to say. You know exactly what I'm about to say. If you kill that soldier in here, fucking instantly jump into lobby, jump into river, and flank them. That was a golden. You could have done so much fucking damage, and probably could have dropped the med, or at least get another kill, or force the med. That was a great opportunity you could have taken. They're backing up. You missed such a good opportunity. That's so annoying. Do you think going up drop after killing Wonder was bad? No, because you had 30 health. If you're gonna bomb, you were gonna bomb and die anyways. So you going up drop and getting arrowed and everything, I don't think that's necessarily bad. It's probably something went wrong on your demo. Something went wrong for your demo to die. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should try and catch a bow in there, big door or something. But yeah, I don't know. That's just an opportunity. Like those are opportunities that like the more you play, the more you'll see them. You know what I mean? You probably didn't even register in your head. It happens, but you go for a counter second anyways. Your big door. This should be good. Even though they have a scout swing, it should be good. You did a fuck ton of damage. Nothing dies, so unlucky. Well, that's AIDS. Sniper class. Alright. Your medic is dead. See you guys try and attempt to hold this last. You're tucked away in secret. This is good. They have a guy in water. The decision to come out this way is bad because they're above you and your back is turned to them and you're on low ground. Yeah, you could have just, if you stay in secret there, if you stay in secret, Cadet is literally in secret right now. You would have gotten that Cadet kill, probably. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that if you stayed in secret there, you would have won the last hold, but you would have had a better chance and you probably could have gotten a scout kill. And, you know, that's just an unnecessary death that, like, probably didn't need to happen. You know what I mean? Be patient. Like, just be more, like, patient in secret there, I guess. I don't know. But also, it's hard, you know, it's hard holding last when your medic gets sniped and they have fully red, you know what I mean? So you don't have any buffs, it's hard last hold to win. As the best jumper / roamer in invite, which you prefer, wireless or wire mouse? You should use the mouse that the shape is everything. The wired / wireless argument, that doesn't matter. It's just the shape is the most important thing. The weight doesn't matter as much as the shape. The wire, wireless, none of that shit matters. The shape is everything. Apathy? True. Alright. Do another big door mid. I want to see if they actually counter you this time. Yeah, so their scout is spawning you early. Their soldier's bombing. You should be jumping probably like right now. Yeah, right now. Okay. Obviously that scout's looking at you. What I would have done is the trajectory that I would have taken instead of jumping off the rock and into them. What I would have done is I would have jumped off the rock, acted like I was gonna like jump and land on them, but I would have faded away and landed on the soldier that was either on point or like on the ground in front of the point. Because you would have, 1, gotten that kill, 2, you would have been alive, and 3, you're next to your medic. So, you know, if they do any Hail Mary attempt to, you know, try and kill a medic after they lost 2, you'll be there to also help clean up the kills. You know what I mean? So, that's just, and also, plus, you know that, like, their scout knows you're in big door, and they know that, like, the timing for you to bomb is after their soldiers are apex their jump or landing. So it's just really telegraphed, you know what I mean? Like, going for the play to commit on the medic there, or, like, commit on their combo. So it's better if you like, fake it and fade. You know what I'm saying? You guys should still win this mid, probably. Yeah, you guys won the mid. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, what you just did is a problem that I have as well, where I commit for literally like the worst attempts to fucking land on the combo. It's a problem that I still have. I've gotten better at it, but sometimes I fucking feed. It's fucking ingrained in my brain. I'll never grow out of it. In the game, you were thinking. Yeah, so your thought process is correct to like some degree, where you can get that done, like the job that you're trying to get done, where you try and deviate attention from your combo by you jumping at their scouts. You can get that done while living by doing a fate bomb. You know what I mean? Like, you don't actually like you don't have to kill their combo. You don't have to like 1v3 their combo. You can like fake it, fade out, and help your players kill the soldiers, and you'll win the mid no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That makes sense. Alright, how do you guys break this hold? Alright, surely you get buffed here and you're gonna sack the choke. I can feel it. Yep, go. Yep. Flaccid jump. That would have been better if you like C-tap better, probably. I have no other criticism there. you'd probably just mess up your C-tap. That's the only thing I can say. Thoughts on Jimmy redemption arc? I'm proud of Jimmy. I'm proud of Jimmy. That's all I gotta say. Good on him. He's the king. In my opinion, you can commit that hard. You only commit that hard if your other soldier is bombing too. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Oof, you're gonna die. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're peeking choke against a soldier who's getting tanked, so you can't really commit super duper like hard in through that door, if that makes sense. But now you know. And it's obvious that, like, I obviously know what you're trying to do, where, you know, you're trying to pressure choke to deviate some attention from your combo that's playing at big door, but the lose condition for your team is if you die in choke, and you died in choke, so they're able to flood choke and take mid from your team. Like, they're able to just, like, box your team into big door. So, you dying choke there kind of lost your team the point, if that makes sense. All you have to do is spot the choke and don't die. Spot it passively so that if they do rush you, you can jump out and your combo can help you. But you dying there gives up the entire middle point for your team, because now your team is on low ground and big door. You know what I'm saying? It's not really your job to like do all the damage and like do a fuck ton of pressure and like with that the idea was for a combo to draw their combo away from choke. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to sack through choke though, like if you're let me let's try and kill soldier and pressure him off so in sack. But we fucked up the timing. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I don't think that's necessarily like a bad way of thinking, but like there's always going to be a soldier holding close choke, and he's usually going to have the beam. And then you were also both you and Loaf died, so now they have like choke from you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ether? Yeah, I don't know. That was a good med kill though. It was a good read. They good read on the I guess that's a counter sack. Who died? I guess Wonder died. Yeah. In that case, I feel like you would wait for a beam call from your players in choke before going, right? Well, his players were in big door, so and they don't have good vision on the beam because their beam is holding close to choke. Thanks for the sub. Damn, 16 months? Move our beam and just leave. You choke. Yeah. So it's hard for their beam to... It's hard for your, You can't get the spot because you're alone in choke and you don't have beam. And in order for you to get the spot, you have to commit through the choke. And if you commit through the choke, you die. It's hard for your combo to get the spot on the beam because they have to commit through big door. And if they commit through big door, they're going through traps and they're going to die. If that makes sense. I mean, your players are. I honestly don't even know what the fuck you're saying. I'll be honest. Like, it's like you don't die and choke. Like, there's no like you need at least one player choke if you want to sack one soldier through the choke point to get onto the medic and like try and force them. That's fine. But if that's the case, it's only demo, scout, medic, big door, and then soldier, choke. But both soldiers were dead, so they're able to like go to mid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you don't need to see the med to know where the med is. Like I'm aware, but like, you know, it's then why are we peeking so deep into choke, or why are we peeking so deep into big door? There's no point. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if the combo needs some. Oh, I just scroll up then. Draw the combo away from choke. And that means try and kill soldiers so pressure him off so it's sack past him. But I think the fuck timing, the combo is still in choke. Yeah, it is. Normal. So there won't always be a soldier with beam choke, but there will always be at least a soldier in the choke. And the choke point is small enough to where the soldier, you know, if you're trying to sack through choke and you walk into the choke and you guys are trying to kill the soldier that's like staying in choke, he'll never die. Like if he's holding it correctly, he won't die and he'll like always positive damage trade with you. So like the way you're trying to break that stalemate is like it's flawed in the sense that like even if you have two soldiers in choke, you guys are gonna eat the same damage because it's such a small choke. You know what I'm saying? The timing, what you were saying earlier, the timing, yeah, I think the problem was the timing was bad. That's I'll chalk it up to that. Everybody gets sniped. Unlucky. Yeah, most of the action should be happening in big door. That's why the timing was messed up. Then yeah, I don't know. You guys are disad holding last. You're back in secret. This is fine. I haven't seen you try to push lobby yet. I guess I told you about that earlier in demo. Maybe you can incorporate that into your future gullywash games. You're to get comfortable at last. This is what this is, man. I mean, there were like 2 round resets so far, I think. And fast forward out I am. Yeah, I mean, I've already said in most of my piece about like how you're supposed to hold this last and like your team's problems. So I don't think I have to like keep repeating myself. I like Gunpyro. I don't know if you guys have been running Gunpyro the entire time, but Gunpyro is really good. Yeah. Is the guy not Spec Loaf? Yeah. I mean, what you're doing right now is essentially what Loaf should be doing, where you're like constantly like pressuring River. You guys are actually switching out like decently well right now. 2 kills. I'll keep specking you, but like, I'll just, yeah, I'm just gonna keep specking you for now, because Loaf isn't here. Watch the last one, 8%. Yeah, I was reading chat, not noise. Damn, they're sending one player into water, and he is like insta-giving every time. Sell the sniper, nice. Go for a counter sec. Yeah. They have a spy now. This is a big point later in the game. I mean, I talked about like whenever they get a pick, they don't pressure out of last enough, if that's what you're saying, Mustard. I already kind of covered that a little bit. Yeah, I already kind of covered that. So I take the Uber. Nice little stalemate. But it's extra bad in the Benny rule set when the timer goes away, I think. I mean, in theory it would be better because, you know, that you get the time, or like the fucking round reset, but I don't know, I don't think it's good. Anyways, like, you should definitely, like, the problem with this team right now is, like, they're not even, like, leaving their own last point. Like, they're not even, like, pushing a lobby or anything. They're not getting the river or anything. They're just, like, the super, way too fast on last. Alright, so you're back in big door. The spot. So you decide. It's weird because all the other mids you committed on the combo when it was bad, and you should have committed on the players that are landing their mid. And this mid, you could have fucked their combo, but you landed on the players that are trying to kill your mid. What's up, Anthony? Should you have for dinner? I don't know. Fucking McDonald's. EU POV? Yeah. There's a lot of stalemating in this game. You guys are winning like every mid though. Push the last impossible challenge. Yeah. I mean, this is like, I feel like you've been dead for like most of the last pushes this game, so I want to see like what you do when you don't die. So this is what I do. Yeah, this is something I do all the time where I go into water. Yep. Shoot the sickies off the roof. Oh, I missed. I missed again. Yeah. This is what I do pretty much. I don't know how the fuck you guys are losing this last push. I'll go back. Okay. This is good enough. I know what happens in like the beginning of the river anyways. Okay, so you kill the gun. The problem here is you have 3 people. 3 people. This is a job for like 1 player and 1 player only, right? Where like you guys are shooting, so Sleepy shot like 4 projectiles at players that are basically in the spawn door. You're not going to kill them. So what I would like to see is I would like to see Loaf, and only Loaf in this scenario, jump to stuff them from coming out of the spawn while Sleepy sticks the point, and it helps you get more cap time, and it helps your scout clean up the soldiers that are like trying to land on you and your scout that are playing point. That would be ideal. Because these guys are in spawn, you're not getting these kills. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not getting these kills. Heavy is too much health, and he has beam, and he's getting guard. So that's how you guys are losing this. That's how you lose this last push. Fucking mustard, man. Okay. Yes, scream on Spee. Alright. This you guys can maybe get a second hold. What I would do in this scenario is I would stack as many people choke as I can. Well, I guess you have a spy, never mind. I'll hold my tongue. Because you guys are gonna Uber. Ideally, what would happen? Oh, you're about to get fucking 2v1. I can tell you're gonna die. I already know you're gonna die. So you have Scream on Spy, which is high risk because you guys are probably gonna get the Uber anyways. Like, yeah, they'll cap mid. I don't know what their Uber was, or like how much ad or dis ad it was when Scream came up on Spy. But what I would have liked to have seen is what I would have liked to have seen is if you guys were 6-on-6 like default classes, you guys are close enough to Uber to where if you you know they're going big door because you have a spot you had a spot choke. Keep the beam choke. If they push big door, push the guy choke, and then once you get the kill choke, you guys commit back their choke with your Uber, and if they take the trade, they take the trade, and you guys collapse in the post Uber because you have number advantage, like player advantage. Because you guys killed the guy choking initially. You don't have to play up top here, because playing up top, you forfeit all of you forfeit all of the second space. You forfeit this area, they'll walk in. You forfeit choke. You forfeit like the entire point essentially because you're playing up top. You guys are gonna get Uber no matter what. They can't get to you fast enough in order for them to actually like catch your medic with their Uber ad. If that makes sense. I would have liked to see you guys play choke if it was 6-on-6. You have a spy though, so I'll watch and see how this pans out. He's going for the stab. He's gonna get dead on. Yep. Well, you die for the forcer. This is how you guys lose. Oh well. Scream is the best spy in the game. Yeah, I mean. I guess you're stuck with a spy, yeah. But I still, even with the spy, don't think you had to forfeit all of that space. You should still be holding close to choke because you're going to get Uber no matter what in that scenario. Does that make sense? Wonder it gets low. So now it's still even classes. You guys need to get an off class though. You guys really need like a gun or something. Yeah, Screamer in my mind. If there was like even a smudge of resistance at that point, he would have gotten the stab. Yeah, even more reason to like try and like hold it closer to choke. You know what I mean? You don't want to forfeit all that space. It makes it easier for your spy. But also you get to hold the point in general because you're gonna get you guys were like 10% off of Uber. He goes, fuck it, just stay. You know? Alright, their team is sacking into sentry guns and pyros instead of playing the point. Nice change of pace, really. Go for that sniper, fuck yeah. Get that shit. You're gonna die. Oh, finally some lobby pressure. Here we go. What do you guys do with it? Come up top. Oh, bro, don't sit in lobby. Oh, your team should have done. You guys should have went up top and trying to pick up top. You don't have to stay. You don't have to like stay for the Uber trade there, like when they take the Uber into you. But like, you stay long enough to where you can like maybe try and work a pick. If it doesn't look good, you go back to last. You already have a sentry on last. The fact because you guys are pressuring lobby, there's nothing you can do in lobby, because if you peek shutter, you're spamming up at them and there's stickies above you and on the ground, and they're spamming down on you. If you peek baby door, you can't spam that at all, and they're gonna have a respawner and they're just gonna roll out into you, right? If you go up top though, you get the best spam angle and you get a pick. You guys need to push her from up top when you guys get a pick out of last. You guys are trying to push out. If you guys want to turtle that bad, then like, I don't know. I just don't think it's good. Like, I should go river. I'm saying your combo should go river. It doesn't matter where you go. If you want to go behind your combo river and try and help, like, your combo try and get a pick river, you can do that. Or if you see an opportunity to get in from baby door or through main shutter, you can do that as well. This is criticism mainly for your combo. I just want to see them be more proactive when pushing out of this last point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so now you have to deny the point. It's got some water. Absolutely take this fight. You'll win it. Yep. Alright. Let's see what you guys do here. You guys are going to sit on last, probably. Yeah. Some pyro aggression. Lobby, that's fire. You're down one, though. You jump out, jump out, jump out, jump out. Yeah. Damn, Paulie didn't come. Paulie should have came back up on pyro. Pyro gunhold perma on this last is like goated. Yeah, now you're fucked. Yep. Like, what is low? I don't know. I just wish Loaf would. I'm fucking being a dead horse right now, but like, I just wish Loaf would like apply more pressure in river so they couldn't peek and get on this cap like as free as they did. You know what I'm saying? Or like, so this is kind of on you as well. You have to like communicate. I think that's probably what's going wrong, is you and Loaf aren't communicating well enough on this last, so you guys don't know when to switch out on who's blocking point and, you know, who is spamming river. So I guess in a way it's kind of on you. So I guess maybe I shouldn't be roasting Loaf as hard as I am, but you know, it's yeah. I think you guys just need to be way better and more proactive about what you guys are doing at last. Just talk to each other more. It'll help. Tournament going last and trying to force a round reset is inviting the other team. I mean that's the case for every last hold. If you're trying to turtle though, I don't know. All right, so floor pressure, fast drop, go, go, go. Sleepy died early and mid, and you get fucking arrowed. Now you're caught behind. Your med's probably gonna die. Okay. Your demo got picked very early into that mid, so I can't really blame you for, you know, the lack of participation on this mid. And you kind of got just like arrowed on the way up whenever their mid was walking up elbow, so it's kind of just unlucky. They're stacking people on point now because they know you're behind and they know they're not going to catch your mid. So you have to know in your head that you are the pick, like you're the kill here. So as soon as they cap this point, they're probably going to fight you. So you make the decision to try and just block the scout in mid anyways. So you're going to lose it. But yeah, at least you get the trade. This is true, Mustard. This is true. I'm actually surprised that they didn't send players back to try and kill you earlier, honestly. I'm surprised they let that scout like cap alone, knowing that it was probably gonna be a 1v1 on mid. I'm very surprised that they didn't like try and fight you behind. But I guess it worked out in your favor though, because you got the trade anyways. You bought your team some time. It's good though. That was good. Something's in water. Surely your team knows. Oh, also, another reason why you're struggling holding this last point is when you see someone go into water, it's very often that you're dropping down from the point to try and, I don't know if you're trying to 1v1 him, like just like straight on take the fight, or you're just trying to hit him with early spam to like keep him away from the point. If you stay in the ring the whole time, it's better because they have to peek into you and you're not peeking into them. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but in my head it kind of makes sense. And hopefully it kind of makes sense in your head as well. So you go for the same counter sack play. They're pre-sticking it. Surely you get the force. Yeah. That's good. Is surprising that you're able to get that force though. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's a miracle that you're getting these forces while your team is like all in last. It pains me. It pains me to watch this because I've had to go through this too, where teams like, I'm not saying G6, because G6 is like fucking like really good at like pressuring out of last and like, you know, pressure cooking doors. But on previous teams, this has happened to me before, where like it's almost like a solo adventure where, you know, I'm counter sacking out of last and there's like no pressure and I can never get a force ever. So honestly, I don't know how the fuck you're getting these forces. Honestly, the other team should be way better about like killing you. Not to take away from you, you're hitting good rockets. It's just know that against better teams, communicate to your team more that like you need them to like pressure for you more if you want to be like having more success on these counter stacks. Does that make sense? When you're saying in the ring, you're getting pistoled by a scout in main. You can have your medic play closer to you, and he can just like keep you healed. Because like the alternative where you're dropping down to water, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to taking damage while you're on point, so you can get sticked off on point, and their demo can just like trap you off and kill you. Or if their demo isn't trapping you off, you have to jump away from the point, get buffed, and then jump back to the point. And the time that you're jumping back to your medic to get buffed, they can get on point. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Alright, Wonders on Spy. There's like no time left in this demo. Surely you get back capped. Or drop. You might, yeah, you guys might drop Uber, honestly. Spy on last. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's rough. I mean, you guys had that, dude. You guys were fucking winning like every mid, it seemed. Like, I'll have to open up the logs to like look at like your win mid, or your fucking mid win percentage. But I feel like you guys were winning like most of the mids. Let me take a look at the mids. 5 out of 8. I'm just gonna close it out. Yeah, I'll go over a couple things in a private real quick. I want to keep this short because I actually have to go soon. Yeah, I actually have to go soon, so I want to keep this short. Just a couple things I did notice. I'll highlight. I want to highlight last holds and last pushes because that was the things you guys were struggling with the most. Okay. Last holds, if you're gonna be playing the ring more, like don't drop down into water to try and like take an early like spam fight with their soldier, because you know, if you take a lot of damage, you have to jump away from the point and you have to go back to your medic who's staying over here to get buffed, and at the time that you're getting buffed, they're gonna get on point, then you have to jump back to point, and then by the time you jump back to point, there's gonna be stickies all over the ground here, and you know, it's just hard. They're going to get a lot of cap time off of it. When you're counter-sacking out of last, the route you were taking, where you go in through main, and then you go into baby door, and then you jump up, it's a good route. Something you can do to mix it up if you want it. If you have enough time and if you're fast enough, jump off this left wall, jump off here, come all the way through mid, grab this pack, and you can jump in from behind them. It's another route you can take. I talked about this earlier, where when you got this soldier kill in lobby, another counter attack you can do if you're fast enough, jump off this wall, jump up these stairs, and you catch them off if they're over pressuring the river. But yeah, the main problem this entire map was your last holds. Your spam, you and Loaf just have to communicate better. You, Loaf, and Sleepy have to communicate better and hold these doors better. The only way you lose this last hold, and I mean the only way you lose this last hold, if it's 6-on-6, default classes, no off classes in play, the only way you lose this last hold is through point pressure. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Doesn't matter, just as long as you have one projectile class dedicated to each door, you will be fine. And you will hold last forever. Does that make sense? Because it's very, very hard for a soldier to sack into a gun and a pyro. You know what I'm saying? The only way, other than point play, they'll win is to like spy plays, and like that's pretty much it. What door should demo be on? Sleepy wants me to ask you. So the way Logan used to hold it is, and this is kind of up to interpretation, because in the past I've seen teams do two things where demo holds top left with the combo. Demo either is like shooting here, here, and here, while your soldier traps, you demo traps here, 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 and your soldier shoots up into river, and the other soldier is kind of on ring duty. I've seen old demos of, I remember specifically watching I-65 and watching Cadis actually hold river while Captain takes beam and he just peeks shutter and he just spams this. And that's the same thing that Ascent was also doing. So they were mirroring each other's holds where demo holds river and then soldier takes the beam and he holds closer to shutter. If I were you, I would experiment with it and see which one you like more. That's correct, Mustard. Because if your demo's holding close to like shutter and is trapping these doors, as soon as they have a player die on point, you run into lobby and you're able to like get up top fast and get pressure on point, or get pressure on second. Yeah, exactly, Mustard. Exactly. Pushing last. This is the last thing I'll go over, and I'll let you go. Pushing last, the two doors that I like to enter last from, and there was only like, I think there was only like 1 or 2 times I actually saw you alive when you guys won the round, like pushing last. Going through water is good, but if you're, the more time you spend in water, the more time they like have to like find out that you're in water. So, is that going to make sense? You don't want to be in water too long because you're very isolated from the rest of your team and no one can help you. So the time you were like crouching water here, and you were staying in there for like too long, they can see you through this window, and 2, it's just like you're far away from your team and no one can help you. So what I usually do, and something that me and Bot Mode used to do, is my team Ubers through river. Me and Bot Mode get our buffs before the Uber goes off, and then as the Uber goes off, we both enter river. Bot Mode jumps like this. He jumps here, slams his like face into this wall right here, and makes sure there's no stickies here. Because if you go right here, he has enough time to, on the way falling down, he can shoot stickies if they're all in like one spot. Does that make sense? Face plant into this wall, and you shoot the stickies. Then we get into water, and then by the time we're ready to play point, our Uber's about to fade, or it's ending, and we have one soldier stuffing a spawn, Logan's trapping out point, and then as they're rotating out from the other spawn, you jump up and you can just stuff the other spawn door as they're rotating out. Does that make sense? It's a pretty good last push that we used to do. Something you can also try doing, and something I've experimented with doing in the past, is the team is pushing through, it doesn't really matter what door, as long as you get in clean. You can try going in through main, and you can try jumping into secret, and you can, it's kind of high risk hard work, because if they have a soldier in secret, you're taking kind of like a 50-50 fight. But sometimes I like to do it. It's pretty good. I know, I think Jay used to do this, and so did Laz. A lot of soldiers like jumping into secret here, because as their combo's playing, or as their combo scout's playing point, anything that jumps to point, you can just fucking farm. You just absolutely roll them. Because, you know, you have a roof over your head, and it's hard for them to do damage to you, but it's easy for you to do damage to them. Does that make sense? And then, last thing... something you can do as well is if your demo takes a river, the Uber through river, and your scout gets flashed, and you see they're playing like far back right, and you know they're gonna rotate out left spawn. As soon as they start rotating through spawn, your scout can go to cap, and then you and your soldier can just bomb into the left spawn door. And this only really works if they have the sentry playing on the right side though, because usually whatever side the sentry's on, the combo is also playing on, and they rotate the other side as soon as the sentry goes down. This is one of the easier last to push unless your team does the furry hold. I mean, I don't know what furry hold you're referring to, but I know something Donovan does is he sits in water with a shotgun, and it's actually pretty good because he gets 300 and he goes into water with a shotgun and he can just like duel scouts very easily. Yeah, and then I know sometimes they like to hold their combo on the right side here in front, like a little bit behind the sentry with the pyro, and they just fucking air blast you. And then they rotate out left side with their heavy, and usually it's pretty hard to beat that hold. But if you're able to kill the pyro fast with like 2 scouts, usually you can beat it. I feel like because they're just down the scout lock cluster, and now they're just gonna have a heavy like walk in through spawn like really slow. I mean, if you have like a lot of cap time, you'll just win. Habib has traps on goalie last. He just ejaculates all 8 sickies on the choke because his team is pushing. Yeah. Yeah, they that's also another thing I guess I can go over as well is if you're not playing Seeker and if you're just playing up top, like top left, if you spam rockets in the river, you'll actually be surprised how much you actually just like juggle Ubers that way. And yeah, that is Habib exclusive. That's just Habib is fucking unreal to take Ubers against because he just juggles your team with AIDS. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I got though. I have to go soon, so I'm probably gonna cut it off here. Hopefully that was somewhat educational, informal. Educational. Thanks for reviewing, yeah, no problem. Upload to YouTube. I'm gonna save the VOD. I'll highlight the VOD similar to what I did with the Gwen review, and it'll just be up on my Twitch, and it'll be like archived, and you just watch it whenever. And yeah, if you want help on process, the Gwen VOD is there. I think I had a lot of good points on that one. If anyone's interested in that, but I think I am Finn. Upload to YouTube if you want IDC. Nah, I'm not gonna upload YouTube. It's gonna take time, and I'm lazy. So, and yeah, Officer Reeks will probably upload it because he's a Mr. VOD uploader. Who's streaming? Can I host someone? Probably not. I don't know anyone streaming right now. Yeah, I know no one's streaming, so I'm just gonna cut it off. Host a random guy? Nah. I don't want to host random people. I might say some crazy shit. Alright, I'm Finn. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.